Other countries are saying that the United States of America is a fascist country. We are going to take an objective look at that because our forefathers instilled in Americans that our number one civic duty is to watch over those that we elect and make sure that they do not become corrupt. Because if you do not watch, they surely will. So I implore any Republican and any American to please take the time to watch the rest of this video. It looks at a 2003 study of Germany, Italy, Spain, Indonesia, and Chile, which were all fascist countries at one point, and the fascist regime had 14 common characteristics that were the same across every single one. We are going to look at the current MAGA movement that is governing America and see if they match these characteristics. Number one is the constant use of mottos like Make America Great Again, paraphernalia, flags are everywhere, flags are on clothing. That's their identity. Number one's an easy yes. Number two is the fear of enemies and the need for security make you okay with things happening to other people that you would not want to happen to you or your friends. The border crisis, where we have rapists and murderers hypothetically coming across the border when they actually do crimes at half the rate of a natural born citizen, that's the manufactured fear of an enemy that creates the need for security that allows us to be okay to use our military for a mass deportation effort and all the other things that surround that, including going into schools and hospitals. Number two is an easy yes. Number three, MAGA is definitely in a patriotic frenzy to save America from liberals, communists, socialists, and terrorists. If you ask a MAGA person, they'll say, yes, that's what I'm saving America from. So number three is an easy yes. The supremacy of the military is the glamorization of the military. In addition to putting a bunch more money into it, it's the whole glamorization. This is Trump's intro video on day one when he became president on the White House. It is nothing but glamorization of the military. I have a video so you can see it's not taken out of context. This is what we mean about glamorizing the military that is America. This is his opening statement to America as the glamorized military is what we're all about. And that is the supremacy of the military as the what America stands for. Definitely a yes. Rampant sexism is an easy yes. This is traditional gender roles are made more rigid, like the traditional mom. And of course, opposition to abortion and having homophobia and anti-gay legislation is a definite yes. Controlling the mass media, Fox News on January 6th were texting the chief of staff from their cell phones, telling him to stop, do something. The when the news organizations has the cell phone number on their cell phone, they have the chief of staff and they're texting them. That's the what we're calling that's the direct controlling the mass media. Trump also told NPR they're gonna have to rotate in because they're bringing OA in, and there's other reasons even that go further back that solidify number six as a solid yes. Obsession with national security. I think any MAGA person will be okay with calling that one a yes. Similar to number eight, religion and government should be intertwined. If you ask a MAGA supporter if government and religion should be merged more than they are now, they'll definitely be saying yes to that. Number nine is the elephant in the room. This is not just giving the tax breaks and cutting regulation. This is specifically a mutually beneficial business-government relationship with the power elite. This is the Project 2025 plan was written by a conglomerate of corporations, and they gave a mandate for leadership to Reagan, and he deregulated the industry. So we have a 100% corporate-owned media system, which gets back to our controlling the mass media. When corporate entities own every cable news station, that's an example of that business government relationship and power elite. That was done way back in 1980. And they also, part of their plan was to start the trickle down system where we borrow a bunch of money and give it to the very people that wrote the plan. So the same people that wrote Project 2025 that's why it's called 2025, because it's the second edition. The first edition was the one that was given to Reagan. that started the process for where we are today. So, Mandate for Leadership, Project 2025 plan is real. It's from a very big, powerful organization, and they have precedent of their own admission. Ronald Reagan did 60% of their plan in the first year. Ronald Reagan was working for the conglomerate of corporations implementing their plan for America. And that is exactly what we see happening now as part of number 9 is they handed it to Trump and said, we want you to slash government. We want to merge and slash organizations. We even want to shut down the Department of Education. And Trump is doing all of that. And the fact that he had the 3 richest people behind him in the inauguration, and the richest person is out there in the process of slashing the size of our government, just like Project 2025 laid out, hammers home that number 9 is the elephant in the room. It's the crux of the cookie, and it is the only way we're going to fix this, is to fix that. Number 10, labor power being suppressed. That's an easy yes. Disdain for intellectuals in the arts. This is promoting and tolerating open hostility to higher education and academia. That's not a secret in the MAGA movement. A MAGA person will tell you they really are not all that keen on higher education and academia people. And Vance himself repeated Nixon and said the professors are the enemy. And that's not being taken out of context. Number 11 is an easy yes. The obsession with crime and punishment. This is where police are given almost limitless power to enforce laws. People are willing to overlook police abuses and forego civil liberties in the name of patriotism. All you have to do is look at the events around the blue line flag, and that's the epitome of number 12, which is an easy yes. Rampant cronyism. Every person that's been appointed by Trump is not qualified to do the job. The person running the Department of Labor is not there to help the working people of America. They're there to help Trump do his job, which is do what they want to do. There is no person that's been appointed that is doing the job of the American people. They are all working together to do what they want to do, which is what Project 2025 told them to do. Fraudulent elections. There were people around Trump that pled guilty and went to jail for knowingly trying to use a fake elector scheme to steal the election from the American people. That's not including everything else around lying about losing the election for 4 years, etc., etc. Number 14 is an easy yes. So with objectively looking at all 14, if you walk like a fascist and you quack like a fascist, the United States is absolutely a fascist country. The Republicans in this country should be very upset that they were duped into number 9. They were told Project 2025 is not what you're voting for. When you vote for us, Republican voters, you're not voting for Project 2025. I don't know anything about it. Now, the whole plan for Project 2025 of slashing the size of government, combining agencies, getting rid of the Department of Education even, something that radical, it's all happening by the book. So the only thing that can save America right now is for the Republicans that voted for these people to contact everybody you voted every day and tell them you have egg on your face because you told your family and friends Project 2025 is not what I'm voting for when I vote for Republicans. Now that it's happening 100%, it's being thrown in your face. That's what you need to tell them. I didn't vote to have a 920-page corporate manual handed to Trump and him be a puppet like Reagan was, just doing whatever the corporations tell him to do and ignoring all of the American people, even the Republicans that voted for them. You need to call. Republicans are the only ones that can save us. Call and say, if you continue to implement the Project 2025 corporate agenda instead of my agenda, I'm never voting for the Republicans again for the rest of my life. Of course, that's a bluff, but you need to tell them that because that is the only thing that's going to save America. Please. Thank you.